afternoon, my loves. Welcome back to Maverick Baking and welcome back to another chocolate review. Today's review is one that I am admittedly stupidly excited about. Having tasted one bar of chocolate from this company before, I have extremely high hopes, and I'm also very glad to see the country these come from being put on the chocolate map. Hogarth are creating craft chocolate on the gorgeous little island of New Zealand. They are very, very kind of highly esteemed among chocolate nerds. Having tasted their Gianduja bar already and being completely and utterly satisfied, I'm very excited to taste more of their chocolate today. Plus, I have some Kiwi blood in me, so it's extra nice. So the bars we are going to be tasting today are their buttered toast and sea salt chocolate, their kumara sweet potato chocolate, and their maple and walnut white chocolate. Let's do it. So the first bar I'm getting my teeth stuck into today is the buttered toast and sea salt bar. Now this is a milk chocolate that's considered both sweet and savoury. Each bar is handmade and kind of hand packaged in Nelson in New Zealand. This one in particular is a milk chocolate from which we can expect wheat and rye toast, butter and pink Himalayan salt. Wild, really. And just to add to my utter joy before we've even tasted these chocolates is the fact that they all come wrapped in gold foil. If you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, you'll know I'm one of these people who has a bit of a fetish for gold foil wrapped chocolates because of far too many viewings of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory as a child, but I can't help it. Not only stunningly packaged, but stunningly molded. This chocolate bar looks, especially with the H logo, like something straight out of Hogwarts. Gorgeous, gorgeous mold that they've used. A standard kind of milk chocolate appearance at the front, and in the back you can see just a few little speckles of that sea salt all over the place. Good snap, which we always like to hear, but let's get our teeth into some Hogarth chocolate and see if it's worth your money. I feel like many of us go through regular points in life where we rediscover the joy of toast and butter. You'll have just like one slice because you don't feel like eating much, but then you'll find yourself 4 slices in thinking, why don't I eat this every day? That experience has just been encapsulated in a single piece of chocolate for me. As unassuming as it looks in terms of flavour, that is incredibly accurate. The best part is it doesn't even hit you straight away. You put it in your mouth and it initially just tastes like milk chocolate with something, but you're not quite sure. And as it begins to melt, and especially in the aftertaste, you're just hit with this completely spot on toast and butter flavor, which I know sounds absolutely ridiculous. And there aren't even any like crispy crumbs of toast in that. There's no crunchy bits of bread like I've had in other kind of chocolate bars before, like those from Pump Street, which are also very good. It's like they've just kind of blended that wheat and rye flavour into the chocolate, and then you just hit with salted butter. I don't even know if I'm doing it justice with words, to be honest. That is one of the most bizarre and beautiful chocolate bars I think I've ever tasted. Genuinely. Wow, wow, wow. And for a milk chocolate, it has a great texture. It's not as kind of like meltingly smooth as other bars, probably because it has those inclusions of the milk solid, of the wheat, but my god, what an incredible way to eat milk chocolate and to eat buttered toast. I can't hesitate to give that anything other than a solid 5 out of 5. Moving on. So the second equally weird and wonderful bar we're going to be tasting is the Kumara sweet potato chocolate. I know. So this is smooth milk chocolate with sweet potato flavour. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. The smell makes me think of Play-Doh. I don't mean that in a bad sense whatsoever. It's just that obviously sweet potato and milk chocolate together has a bizarre smell. Good snap on it despite the kind of lack of shine and everything. But let's see how this sweet potato Play-Doh chocolate actually tastes. Again, while the initial taste is just unusual, it melts away and then becomes this perfect aftertaste of what it's trying to be. That being chocolate and sweet potato in their purest form together. It even in the aftertaste has the sort of blend of the sweet, almost caramel-like flavour and the more savoury, earthy flavour of the potatoes with the milk chocolate. I'm a sweet potato lover, and I can absolutely see the appeal with this bar, but it is noticeably more of an acquired taste than the buttered toast one. That's exactly why I purchased it, because I needed to know what that tasted like, and it tastes exactly as it sounds. Again, the texture is smooth, not the smoothest I've ever had, again, because of the inclusions in there. It's very difficult to get chocolate perfectly smooth when you add anything to it, but ultimately, they've absolutely nailed what it's going to be. It's not too sweet, it's not overwhelming, it tastes miles better than it smells. For nailing the brief, but being a bit more divisive, I'm going to give this Kumara milk chocolate a 4 out of 5. Moving on to perhaps the least strange flavour of today, we have the maple and walnut white chocolate. Again, I had to get it because even though this one isn't quite as wild as the other two in terms of flavour choice, it's certainly not a common one. So from this we can expect walnut pieces, maple oil and some vanilla bean paste added to that white chocolate as well. Same gorgeous gold packaging, the same swirly pattern, white chocolate, and you can see, if I give you guys a close-up, all of those little chunky walnut pieces in there. Still a good snap despite it being white chocolate. It's less common because white chocolate is a bit more difficult to work with. Let's see if this one's worth your money. Oh, wow. Smooth, buttery, immediate vanilla hit, immediate maple syrup hit, and that lovely kind of earthy, wholesome taste of walnut underneath. All the sweetness that you want from white chocolate with this perfect balance of like bold flavour against the creamy vanilla blandness that white chocolate normally has. Delicious. Nailing the brief. Even for white chocolate and maple syrup, it's not overwhelmingly sweet as it quite easily could be, and one I would recommend to any white chocolate lover, unless you have a nut allergy. It's another 5 out of 5 from me. If you guys have ever heard of Hogarth, if you've ever tasted it, if you're a Kiwi and you know of these guys, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. But I'm afraid that is all I have time for today, guys. Thank you as always for giving me the opportunity to have such fun and share it with you all. And thank you as ever for being here. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you for the next one. If you've stumbled across this channel, it's probably because you like cookies in some form or another. Looking at them, eating them, or making them yourself at home, or just being the person that's always there to lick the spoon, bowl and whisk when needed. You're the kind of person that should check out the Maverick Baking Ultimate Cookie Guide, whether you like them big and crispy, big and chewy, or stupidly big, huge and chewy. You can check out the guide on my Etsy page or on Patreon right now.